Hey there, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm reporting live from the sidelines of the ETCISO Annual Conclave. And joining me today here is Mr. Diwakar Dayal. He's the AVP and MD of SentinelOne. Diwakar, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me here.
All right. Well, Devanga, to start with, let's look at the cybersecurity landscape, threatscape, so as to call it. We have seen a resurgence of ransomware in 2023. We are a little more than halfway through in 2024, and we've already seen about 600 data breaches reported so far. Should CISOs be concerned, and also how is Sentinel One looking at this?
Yeah, I think the threat landscape is evolving so fast. Every year, it's just getting bigger and bigger in terms of vectors, and every year it is getting tougher for the CISOs to do their jobs, right? And the attack vectors have increased, so as the defense, capabilities. But it's almost like a cat and mouse game. And I guess from a Sentinel One's perspective, we are the first and the last line of defense, right? We protect endpoints, and that's where most of the bad stuff happens. And clearly, I think we've been trying to take the battle away from the CISOs, into the adversaries, and making sure that we can keep them safe and get them a good night's sleep.
All right. Well, that sounds like a pretty clear-cut objective, but hard to achieve, I'm sure. All right. Now, the other question that I had was we are hearing a lot of conversation about AI for security and security for AI. What is Sentinel One's response to it? And if you could share your general observations as well.
Yeah, I think there is a, thanks to ChatGPT, it's a buzzword across every industry, but clearly Sentinel One has been, using AI, right? Almost 10 years back when we actually started the company. The platform, the agents, everything that we do has some amount of artificial intelligence and, machine learning that kind of goes into how we look at, threats. Clearly, that has helped us kind of differentiate ourselves in the way we are protecting our, organizations out there. And the reality today is kind of, I think most people have understood that you need AI as an ally, right, to kind of help you fight the adversaries who have already adopted AI, because they have actually been ahead of the game. So most companies today, they have, they struggled with breaches because they've been using antiquated technologies that really did not have the true power of AI, but using things like cloud-based SaaS models versus signature-based technologies, which obviously are not good enough when you're fighting a machine, because in a world where machines are fighting machines, you need a strong AI enabled cybersecurity platform. And I think we've established ourselves in that world as being the first, but also being always ahead of the adversaries.
Well, sounds good. And the other thing that CISOs are talking about, of course, is cost optimization. What are you doing at Sentinel One to help them realize their ROI objectives? How do you ensure that they're able to get the most bang for their buck when it comes to their security investments?
Yeah, I think the path forward is platform, right? And clearly SentinelOne's platform across not just the endpoints that we started out with, but also beyond building that to servers, workloads in the cloud, clearly identity protection, and then the whole SOC automation using what we call Purple. We've been able to really give them a better total cost of ownership, right, while also increasing the return on the investment that they make in cybersecurity. The simple logic is one agent, one platform to fight all the battles, right? And that kind of really simplifies operational costs. It simplifies, cost of running teams, but most importantly, helps increase efficacy and fight the bad guys, because that's really the problem that we want to solve. But also making sure that it helps organizations get a better bottom line, in terms of how they invest in these technologies.
Touche. Well said. Well, folks, that was Diwakar Dayal, the AVP and MD of Sentinel One. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more. Thanks again, Diwakar, for joining us. Have a great day ahead.